Good afternoon, Yorkshire Classic Cars Limited fans, and welcome to a sunny day in Retford. And it is a sunny day, Baltically cold, but sunny nonetheless. So, I've just been doing a little job on this white stag here behind me, and I'd like to show you something that I think, I had a bit of a discussion with a customer the other day about torquing cylinder heads on his stag. Torqued them down, and the head gaskets have blown. And I just talked him through my process. Now, I'm not saying this is the definitive process, but this is the one I've always used and it's always worked. So, basically, to pull you straight to the job, because it's only a short video, it's only going to be a 5-minute. Please excuse the old bed sheet on here just to stop everything getting a mess. As you can see, I have installed the studs, the bolts, all the way across. New head gasket, obviously. Initially, I put 2 cut-off bolts in here and here to locate the head, then to put these on. Then I start all these by hand, run them all down by hand. Then the first thing I do is run them all up in the correct order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just with a ratchet. So probably about 10 foot-pounds. I don't tighten them, I just run the slack out of them. And that just saves a little bit of time. I then go up in a series. So I have just torqued all these up to 40 foot-pounds. The book says 55. Now, I know people who over-torque them. I know loads of people who've over-torqued them over the years. But whether that's necessary or not, I don't know. I don't actually think it does any good. I think all you're doing is damaging things, quite honestly, and pulling the head out of shape and stuff. I think the best thing to do is just take them to factory specs, re-torque them once they're hot, and go from there. However, this one little trick I use, and I'm going to try and demonstrate it so you can see what I'm doing. So, using my Haynes manual, I know it's 55 foot-pounds you need to take it to. I know I've got the tightening sequence here. I also know that the Triumph handbook says to do it differently. I've always used this method. It always worked for me. I'm using my dad's torque wrench that I've inherited purely because I'm dubious whether mine's actually accurate at the moment. So I'm adjusting that very carefully up to 55 foot-pounds. Should be able to see that. This is a Tipco one. He had all his life. It's actually mine, but it'll always be my dad's because I've inherited it. Now, one thing I will say is you do need to use an extension bar. Now, I don't like extension bars when I'm torquing because I know it affects the torque. So I support the top of the torque wrench as best I can without putting a lot of force on. Right, so let me set you up on the tripod so you can see what I'm doing. Right, so these inner studs, the heads on these are 11/16 AF, okay? On this one, the outside ones are 5/8. I can't remember if they're all like that, but either way, they are. These are not 17mm with a hammer. They're not 18mm. They're certainly not 19mm. They are 11/16 UNF. Get a good quality socket. This is an old Tipco socket I have. Don't even know where it came from. Probably it was my dad's. It fits on there and it fits really nicely. It's a 12-point socket, but it really doesn't matter. A 6-wall would be better, just to be on the safe side if you're using very old nuts and bolts, but these aren't old. So, right, so I'm going to start in the middle here on the top row first. That's how the book says. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what you're doing is working out from the centre. And I'm going to show you what I do. So I put that on. Make sure I've got it on nice and tight. I'm supporting the end here. I'm not pushing against it, I'm just supporting it. And I'm going to push that until it clicks. Nice and gentle. Click. Okay? Click it again. Now what I don't do is swing at it like that because it'll just click. You're exerting too much force. So then again, onto this back one. Swing it out nice and gently. Nice and gently. Lovely. And again, I'm trying not to snatch at it, trying to use it smooth. I have put engine oil under the washer, on top of the washer, and under the nut, and on the threads of the nut. It's a good synthetic thin engine oil. Get myself back into a good position there. There we go. If you've ever done a minute, those are 55.2. Okay, and through again. Last one here on the top row, right at the front there. Lovely. Now then, doesn't matter which sort of torque wrench you use for this. Then we're going to go to the bottom row, okay? Click, click, up to 55, start in the middle. Now these are bolts. It will go easier. 1, 2, 3, bit of a sweat on, 4, 'Always makes me nervous when we go like that, 4 and 5. Now then, so officially to go onto the book, sorry, out of breath. I actually have a bad shoulder at the minute, I've got a frozen shoulder, so I apologise. It's a diabetic thing and it hurts. Now then, this is the important part right here. What you will find now is you've torqued all those 55 foot-pounds, right? Wrong. Now if you go back to the centre bolt on the top, so I've gone back to my 11/16, and if you watch this, could you see the deflection there? Probably about 1/8 of a turn, I hope you could see it. It will probably be less as I work out, sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. But what I do is repeat this process now until, see that one just clicked, that one just clicked, that one just clicked, and this one just clicks, I bet. Okay, and then I change the socket again. The bolts will do this less because I think there's less twisting and flex, but you can see it still went up a little in the middle there. And a bit more. And a bit more. And a bit more. And a bit more. Right, so again, and I continue doing this now until this one and all of them just click. So if I put that on, it just goes click, click. I'll just test them all, obviously. I won't just go, oh yeah, that's right. But I don't know if you could see that, but again, it deflects probably 10, 20 degrees. So I just keep doing this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop there because you've seen me do it. I will continue that process now, on and on and on and on and on. Is it time consuming and annoying? Yes, yes it is. Do you think it gives a better torque setting? Does it really? I have no idea, but I know they say to stop at 55, and it ain't 55. So if I can still tighten that, what I may do now is I'll keep going until those are all up to 55, and I'm happy that every time I put the torque wrench on, it goes click, 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 on every bolt. And I'll keep going round in circuits. What I will then do is just leave that until I go home tonight, and I'll do it all again. Then once that's all assembled, I'll run it up to 10. I'll let it stone cold cool down, and I'll do the same process over and over again. Time consuming, yes. Effective, you betcha. I've never had an issue with it ever. In all the heads I've ever fitted to everything, including stags, I've never had an issue. Never, not with me rover heads, me stag heads, anything. You torque them down, follow that process, and then you know you have the correct torque setting. If you just go round them, I will guarantee that that one in the middle is probably about 40 foot-pounds by the time you've done it. The heads move, the gaskets move, especially with these extra thick gaskets, they compress. They're designed to compress, but they compress as the head settles in different areas. The studs stretch a little, they twist a little, they spring back a little. It's all, everything is moving. I'm not a metallurgist, I don't know. All I do know is this is how I do it, and it works really, really well. As for putting the intake manifold on before you torque them down, never done it, don't recommend it. I know some people say to do it. If it works for you, it works for you. Me personally, The chap who rang me said, oh, my head gasket's leaking. I did it right, I put them onto the, I put the inlet manifold on first. I went, I don't like that idea. I think that disturbs your torque settings. I'd rather make sure those heads are torqued correctly and then worry about the intake manifold. If I've got to sort of take a smear off it or whatever. He said he'd had it faced and it fits straight in there, all the bolts lined up. I said, well, then there should be no reason to bolt it to a head first. If that's how it said it in the book and you want to do it that way, knock yourselves out. I've never done it that way and I've had better results without doing it that way. So I stick to what I know. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that. Hope it's of use. Keep down the stags in. Love stags. See you later. If you've liked the video, please hit like. If you've any questions, please post them. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It helps me a lot. And obviously, if you're into stags, you're going to see a lot of stag stuff on here in the future. Cheers. Thanks. Bye.